Imagine saving up all you can for retirement only to watch some of that money vanish because of investments you may not have even known were risky. A new proposal backed by President Trump would make it easier for everyday Americans to put 401k and IRA money into risky, dicier investments that include hedge funds, private equity, and cryptocurrency. Supporters, including the White House, argue this would give everyday Americans access to more investments that could just maybe yield higher returns. But critics strongly argue retirement savings are exactly where people should be most protected from risk. Joining us now, Gretchen Morgenson, NBC News Investigations senior financial reporter. This is a really important story that could affect millions of Americans. You've been reporting on this and uncovered kind of a real-life cautionary tale about what happens when a regular investor has exposure to these kind of assets. What'd you find?
Right. Christine, as this proposal rolls out, I really wanted to talk to people who had been in this situation, right? And so I found carpenters in the state of Washington whose pension and retirement accounts had been invested into extremely volatile, risky hedge funds that blew up. And they lost $250 million. And now some of those carpenters can't afford to retire. They have to work longer. So this is a real situation.
Why would private equity firms and hedge funds be interested in being able to have access to our 401ks or IRAs? What's the draw for the big money on Wall Street?
The draw is it's a big pile of money that Americans have set aside for retirement. It's $30 trillion, Christine, and that is a lot of fees and a lot of income for these firms. Also, don't forget, they're starting to lose institutional investors who are not investing as much in these programs and products as they had been. So they need a new pool of capital. And this is one mighty big pool of capital.
So Main Street is a new pile of money potentially to tap. The question here isn't whether some of these investments make money. Sometimes they do. It's how risky or volatile they can be. And should people's retirement be exposed to that kind of risk? That's the big question.
Absolutely. And, you know, historically, some of these programs and products have outperformed the market, but lately they haven't. And so in addition to the fact that they are impossible to sell, very costly, very mysterious, opaque, they're kind of a black box, a lot of these things. In addition to those problems, you've got a situation where the returns are dwindling. So now is not the time, experts tell me, to dive into this area.
How did the White House, and more specifically the president, kind of get on board with this, that these risky investments for the big money Wall Street are a good idea for Main Street?
They seem to have been persuaded that this is a way to diversify. That's what they're saying. We know you can buy S&P 500 funds, but hey, how about having exposure into these other areas? It seems like that is their argument. Now, I would say that they've probably been talking to some of the firms who really know that this is something, a big pot of money that they could have some access to.
Gosh, I was always taught that boring is better, low fees are better, you know, just play it safe for the long term. That's because you only get one shot at saving for retirement.
Absolutely.
All right, Gretchen Morgenson, thank you so much. Great reporting.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.